Hi, welcome to Ask Jeff. This is the show program that is designed for you to ask anything you want, and ultimately we'll take a shot at giving it an answer. Now, that sounds like a great invitation, but you already figured out how we do this, right? If the question doesn't meet the standards, and our standards are extremely high, it doesn't make the video copy. Oh, you'll probably get an email answer from me, and I'll do my best to answer it for you. Sometimes they get lost in the mail, but usually they don't. But to get to this point, this is kind of like becoming a finalist on American Idol. You got to be good to get here. And so these questions are questions that have come in. I'll be honest with you, I think we have dealt with this question at some point in some form at another time, another place. And I don't remember if it's in the vast library of stuff that we've done. Maybe some sermon illustration somewhere, maybe an Ask Jeff episode somewhere. But it's not a repeat. We're not really repeating. We're just kind of rolling forward here. But the question is this: Jeff, why can't we drink salt water? And then they pushed their luck. How much salt water would you have to drink to die? If you ask me, it's kind of a morbid question. I mean, who would want to water themselves to death? But you've asked the question, and because we're a full service group who likes to answer questions, we put the 434 World Headquarters research team on the job to discover an answer for this. And we came up with a definitive no one knows. That's right, no one knows. There is no great answer for this question. No one knows how much salt water it would take to kill you, because ultimately you would get too sick to keep drinking. So therefore you would be sick before you reached the lethal amount. The consensus, according to scientists, and you can always trust the science, we actually have another program about that, so you can go watch that somewhere, is maybe 2 gallons. If you drank 2 gallons of salt water, you probably would die. How? Important part of the question. Your blood filters through your kidneys to remove waste products that end up later on, well, where they end up. Too much salt will upset the sodium-potassium balance in the kidneys and force the fresh water out through the cell membranes. That sounds brutal, doesn't it? Because it is. And that's not the way your body's supposed to work. So when the kidneys run out of fresh water, they stop functioning. And then your innards fill up with waste products, and then you stop functioning. And so it's kind of a double whammy. You get sick, your kidneys quit, and then you quit. Moral of the story: gargle salt water, swim in salt water, but don't drink the salt water. It's that simple. I have no idea why that question was sent in, but we appreciate it. Because there's no such thing, now that's not true, we've already talked about that before too. There is such a thing as a bad question, but this was a good enough question. It got our curiosity up. We wanted to know the answer for ourselves, and so now we feel better about ourselves. Hopefully you feel better about yourselves, and we have a little bit of insight on how the human body works. Salt water, bad. Fresh water, good. Stay hydrated, my friends. I'll join you next time for another edition of Ask Jeff.